let's go from the team that the Eagles beat, destroyed in the Super Bowl this past year. I mean, my God, if you were to tell me that the Eagles were the ones to destroy the dynasty that is Kansas City about 3 years ago, I would have been like to Roger Goodell, you're welcome. And to the NFL and to every football fan out there, um, I can confidently say you're welcome. Because for the first time since 2014, for the first time since 1998, there is no AFC playoffs with Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, or Patrick Mahomes in it. For the first time since 2014, the Kansas City Chiefs aren't in the playoffs entirely, ending the streak that they had of 10 straight AFC championship games, ending the streak of 10 straight AFC West divisional crowns, ending what this kingdom has been built from the ground up. And to add insult to injury, Patrick Mahomes went down with a torn ACL and a 16-13 loss to the Los Angeles Chargers. So I feel like I feel like there's still a lot of people that's processing this. There was just a lot of things that like in your brain just makes no sense to happen that did happen this past weekend. Like John Cena tapping out in his final match. You had the Chiefs Kingdom, going down, the dynasty being dead. In your opinion, Bam, what do the Chiefs need to do moving forward to somehow amend everything that's happened?
First off, this is going to be a very unpopular opinion with Chiefs Kingdom. Andy Reid, you've had a great career, buddy. Go ahead and
Yeah.
hang it up. Say goodbye. Enjoy your time on vacation. We'll see you in Valhalla, buddy. It's over. This team, it just, and it's crazy to say because in the past, I always say he would outcoach anybody, but this team just doesn't respond to him anymore. It's like, Super Bowl hangover or what? Like this, he seems very disinterested with coaching football. He is the only one over there that has any type of ideas for the team, and I just think maybe he's just fatigued. At a point, coaches get fatigued too. I just think that Andy needs to hang it up, and they need to go in a whole new direction. Mike Veach needs to go. I believe Mike Veach is still their GM. I think it's Mike Beach. Mike Beach needs to go. He has built this roster horribly. This is one of the worst rosters of any contender in the NFL. No running game. Uh, no real good receiving threats out of Rasheed Rice and Wash Travis Kelsey. O line is holding on by a thread. Defense getting old. The linebacking core is good, but everything else sucks. Just Mike Veach needs to go. You can't depend on Patrick Mahomes to carry you forever. And this season showed that. Um, I just think it's about time for them to rebuild. They don't have anything really appealing on their offense besides Rasheed Rice and, you know, a few other guys. They don't have any depth. Um, yeah, I think Pat Mahomes himself needs to be a bit more aggressive towards the front office about what he needs because they have not accommodated him well at all. But not to be dramatic, but it's just at this point you need to rebuild. There's no hope right now in Kansas City besides the draft and free agency.
Today's word of the week, sponsored by the We Hate Sports podcast, is entitlement. Entitlement is something that the Kansas City Chiefs have had for the last decade. And it goes to the team, to the fans, to the coaching staff, to the ownership. They have been so entitled over the last decade, specifically over the last 5 years, where they've had quite literally Mecole Hardman as wide receiver one and have been able to win the Super Bowl with that. They have had to endure multiple arrests on that team from guys like Rasheed Rice, from guys like Xavier Worthy, on top of others. They've endured the Swifty era of Taylor Swift and all of her fans, and this perfect fairy tale ending that they had going into last season. Travis Kelsey was set to propose after they won the Super Bowl in the middle of the field, and he was going to ride off into the sunset with Snow White and Prince Charming, and it was going to be sunshine and rainbows and beautiful happy clouds raining over the Chiefs' kingdom, because it always does. Even when there's rainy days in Kansas City, they still find a way to have that rainbow at the end of the day. But here's the kicker, folks. There is no rainbow coming. As a matter of fact, there is a dark, heavy storm cloud that has been raining over Chiefs Kingdom for pretty much the last year now. And it all circles back to what happened in that Super Bowl, I think. Genuinely, if you guys watch the Kingdom mockumentary, that the little 6-part series that ESPN produced about the Kansas City Chiefs, they really thought that she was going to be sweet. So in short terms, they thought, oh yeah, the Eagles, they ain't meant for us. They ain't hungry. We're just going to beat them because we're better. And that entitlement has led to them being destroyed in the Super Bowl, is led to a pressing decline of Travis Kelsey, a depressing decline of this defense. Um, Guys like Xavier Worthy, who was so touted coming out of college, becoming non-existent. You have Hollywood Brown, who's done nothing. And past that, you have Rasheed Rice for first 6 games of the year. What other weapons do you have on that offense? That O line is shaky. The D line shaky. The secondary situation shaky, and the coaching staff. Where's the coaches? Where's Andy Reid? Huh? Where have I seen this before, Andy? Oh yeah, 2012, where you built this dream team with the GM at the time for us, and that's what's giving here. There is no saving grace with this Kansas City Chiefs team. I think we were all waiting for them to turn the page this year, and that just never happened. They just weren't it. And it showed multiple times. It showed. To only have 13 points up against the Chargers, and to only have like so many select amount of times where you could be saved by certain situations like they were against the Colts. It's like I don't know where you get off. If you're Kansas City, like I get it, like a decade's worth of titles and divisional crowns and Super Bowls and MVPs and league championships and league trophies. Like I would be a little bit entitled too. Even Patrick Mahomes, who tore his ACL this past Sunday, tweeting out after the game, and I kid you not, this is the quote that he gave after the game. He said, and I quote, "Don't know why this had to happen. And not going to lie, it hurts." Those first two lines are very telling of what this team thought about themselves. But all we could do now is trust in God and attack every single day over and over again. Thank you, Chiefs Kingdom, for always supporting me, and for everyone who has reached out and sent prayers. I will be back stronger than ever. End quote. I mean, folks, the proof is in the pudding right there. Kansas City Chiefs, all the Chiefs fans, to coaching staff, to the top brass, to everybody that has supported Kansas City. You forgot how to crawl. You forgot what it was like in the mud. And now that you're getting back in that situation again, you don't know how to handle it. And it's eating you alive. Quite literally, eating you alive. It's entitlement. And it's something that builds character or breaks a team. If it was up to me, and if you're asking me, I think it's going to break this team. because I've seen this situation before with an Andy Reid team because I had to experience it firsthand. There needs to be change somewhere. Maybe not even the coaching staff. Maybe it has to be in top brass. Maybe it has to be with the roster, but there needs to be change immediately. DK?
I don't know about y'all, but I just love a good cheese pack. You know what I'm saying? Like it really does what it's supposed to do. It calms you down. It makes you feel good, bro. Love that cheese pack, or the Mahomes pack, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Some people maybe you don't want the cheese pack. You know, some people not everybody's Indian. You feel me? Or maybe a nigga just wants the Mahomes pack. All right, BC, man. What does this mean for the Kansas City Chiefs? Let me answer the first part. What it means is, are you fake ass fans? Are you fake ass Chiefs fans? Because, man, let me ask you a question. Have you ever met a Chiefs fan before Patrick Mahomes? I haven't. I never met a Chiefs fan before the Patrick Mahomes era. I didn't even know them motherfuckers existed, bro. So let me just say that first of all. So, PC, what it means is all those all those Chiefs fans that came along when Patrick Mahomes took over the team and then the Chiefs just started dominating. It basically means that they'll all be home watching our teams, Ravens, most likely. I'm pretty sure Ravens are going to get in, Broncos and Eagles in the playoffs. So that's the first part of the question, PC. What it means is that Chiefs fans, for the first time since 2014, are going to sit their asses home and watch our teams in the playoffs. A really good feeling, PC. Let me hit the Chiefs pack real quick. See how I take. Good. All right. So first of all, let me say this, bro. Me being a Broncos fan, I feel like I let me say this before I just go in on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I hope Patrick Mahomes comes back and comes back to his normal form and comes back to what he was, bro. Because honestly, the NFL is better when Patrick Mahomes is playing in it. I think we'd all agree. But Dan, PC, I mean, you took most of the words right out of my mouth, bro. Pause. The Chiefs, bro, in their fucking fan base, one of the most toxic, delusional, what's the word I'm looking for? Obnoxious fan base in the National Football League. And that's saying a lot because I'm talking to an Eagles fan right now. So that's saying a lot, PC. The Chiefs might be they might be worse than you guys because they've been winning so much that they just felt like they were on a pedestal. Um, so like you said, you touched on it. First of all, I think let me tell you where I think their first mistake was, and I would love to know where y'all think the Chiefs' biggest mistake was. Because for me, I think the minute they let Tyreek Hill out of the building, I understand that they won championships after and everything, and they went to more Super Bowls, more AFC championships, but that was Patrick Mahomes' number one option. At this time, Travis Kelsey, I think he had one more good year after the Tyreek Hill trade, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was good for that 1 year after that 1 year they traded him, and I think after it's just been going down and down and downhill. Injuries, terrible offensive line. What the? Can somebody tell me what the fuck happened to Josh Simmons? Then they draft him top 10 this year or something like that. Has anybody heard from that
He was
offensive lineman
he
from
he
Ohio
was
State?
going through some he had some family shit going on.
Good. Cool. Okay. All right. So, Bam, you got me there, bro. I'm not gonna say nothing crazy. So, if you got family and personal shit going on, I understand. But like I said, bad offensive line, or mid offensive line. The defense. What the fuck happened to the defense? I don't understand. The McDuffies. And what's the one defensive tackle name that I'm forgetting right now? The Chiefs pack is really getting me high, guys. What's the defensive tackle that is
Nigga,
popping
Chris
off?
Jones dude?
Chris Jones. Chris,
Karlaftis?
what happened to Chris Jones? What happened? Yeah, what happened to the dude? Say the name again, PC.
George Karlaftis?
That they just paid before the beginning of the season. By the way, like where is the contribution from the defense? The offensive line is terrible. Xavier Worthy, PC. We talked about this last week. I've never seen a wide receiver, and Bam, I'm glad you're here this week. I've never seen a wide receiver, bro, that runs a 4-1, but when he's on the field, he's out there looking like he's running a 4-6, bro. Like, where is that speed attacking downfield? We don't see none of that. You were supposed to be the Tyreek Hill replacement, and I'm not seeing none of it, bro. Rasheed Rice missed 6 weeks, like you said, PC, because he killed somebody or whatever the fuck he did. RIP to that person. Um, Travis Kelsey is what was the something I said? Was it something I said, bro? Travis Kelsey is washed. The dude is married to a
I'm
billionaire.
sorry. I'm sorry. It was the delivery. It was the delivery. Like, bro, that's not funny. That's
It's
not
not
funny,
funny.
man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's not funny.
Travis Kelsey is washed. He's married to a billionaire, PC. He doesn't care about the game of football anymore. And quite honestly, Chiefs fans, y'all need to be bullying this nigga out of the league, bro. Get this nigga off y'all team, please. Because he is, it's over. It's so over, bro. So,
Y'all talking about the wrong shit. Ain't nobody mentioned that weak ass backfield. Why is
oh yeah,
Isaiah
yeah. I was getting
Pacheco on
there.
the
I was getting
football
there. I was
field?
getting there. I was getting there. But here's the thing, man. They never, like we all know, the Chiefs have never had a running back like that. They don't run the ball like that. But now they're
That's
seeing, bro.
cool, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't. That,
Everybody's
that's
caught.
cool.
Here's the thing, Bab. Everybody's caught up to the Chiefs, bro. Like everybody know. Like I'm not going. Not everybody, but everybody's starting to figure the Chiefs out, bro. So when you're able to, when you realize when you pressure Mahomes, Eagles showed us that in the Super Bowl, he turns into a shell of himself. So if you can pressure Mahomes, they already don't have a run game. So if you can shut that part of the field down where they don't use it much anyway, that's also a disadvantage against the Chiefs. And then like we said, the defensive line is having trouble getting to the quarterback, stopping the run. The DBs, I was bro, man, we was having McDuffie top 5 conversations for the past 2 years, bro. What the fuck happened to him, bro? He is dog shit now. He is getting cooked by wide receiver ones every week. Like I don't know, bro. I will say this though. I'm glad Bam said something about Andy Reid because PC. Remember last week I said if Andy has one more season where the Chiefs are, but not Patrick Mahomes with the ACL, it's gonna make it a little tricky with Andy Reid. So I won't say too much about that, but I will say this, bro. I think Veach is probably the only thing they got going for them, Bam, only because he's so good at drafting. They're going to have to hit on their draft picks. They're going to have to hit on their draft picks, bro.
When have they been good at drafting?
You got McDuffie, Carl Lawson before he got paid. I
Karloftis
can't.
is in. He's
Before
okay.
he was nice before he got paid. He got the bag and he's just dog shit. And I forgot the linebacker. They got a couple of linebackers that they drafted the past couple of years. I mean, defensively he's hit. I don't know what he can do offensively because Xavier Worthy bust. Well, I'm not gonna call him a bust, but trash. Um, what was the running back they had that they got from LSU a couple of
Carson
years
Steele.
ago? Yeah,
Oh, you talking about? No, you
Clyde
talking about
Elaire.
Clyde.
Clyde Elaire, yeah, trash. So I give you that. For whatever reason, he can't hit on offense, but he does hit on defense. But here's what they have to do. I don't think you can rebuild them, especially not when you have Patrick Mahomes on your team. You can't rebuild, even if you wanted to, unless you trade Patrick Mahomes, which is not it's not something that they're gonna do. So I think you got to retool the offense a little bit. Um, I don't know what their cap situation looks like. We most likely probably won't have Patrick Mahomes at the beginning of next season. We'll probably have him during the season, but not the beginning of the next season. So you got to figure that out. Um, the most important thing is PC if they're smart, because they won't get a chance like this again in the Patrick Mahomes era. You got to tank, bro. You got to tank and try to get you a Carnell Tate or Jeremiah Love or something, bro. Something where Patrick Mahomes can come back and have some type of help, dog. Because we all know these ACL injuries, you can 100% come back and even be better than you were before the ACL injuries. But it's gonna take a little time, bro. Gonna take a little time. So get him a Jeremiah Tank, give him a Jeremiah Love or Carnell Tate or a Sadiq Bey, something like, or not Sadiq Bey, but Sadiq, I forgot his fucking last name from Oregon, something like that. PC, you got to get a player on offense that can make an impact for when Patrick Mahomes comes back. Because unfortunately, you can't rebuild. Um, I don't think this is gonna be. I saw a bunch of shit like this on Twitter today, PC, where people were saying, "Oh well, Tom Brady went down and had the ACL injury when he was." He ain't Tom Brady. It's not going to be that kind of situation. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes isn't going to win more Super Bowls because I think he'll win one or two more. But damn, man, PC, like, imagine if you were the Eagles, right? Your team gets eliminated from the playoffs, bro. you could just take Jalen Hurts out. You're already eliminated. Just take him out, and then your quarterback goes down with 2 minutes left for an ACL injury, bro. I can't even imagine that, dog. Like I honestly, this would probably be the only time I kind of feel for Chiefs fans, bro. Just a little bit, but I don't know, bro. Next season, it's gonna be a long season for the Chiefs, man. I still think that they'll win somewhere around 7, 8 games, even with their quarterback situation. But it's gonna be tough, PC. It's gonna be tough.
I mentioned just how scripted the NFL can be. The last time that this happened in the NFL, with a certain other particular goat at the same position, Tom Brady, he was in his ninth year in the league when he tore his ACL. It was at the beginning of the season, but albeit his ninth year in the league, tore his ACL, and it just so happened to be against the Chargers as well. Um, yeah, time is a flat circle. And the last time that the Chiefs ended up picking the top 15 was to draft Patrick Mahomes. The last time that they had to draft and they hadn't made the playoffs was back in 2014, and their first round selection was D Ford. If you guys remember D Ford. Either way, it's been a really, really, really long time that the Kansas City Chiefs have had to like really get a big
I got a
draft pick
question,
like that.
PC. Was
Yes.
Randy Moss to the Patriots after the ACL injury or before?
That's a good question. I don't know
It was
the answer to
Because
that.
I swear to God, if the NFL is really scripted, basically what they're saying is, okay,
Don't say
Patrick
what I
Mahomes
think
is
you're
gonna
about
come
to
back
say.
and he's gonna
Don't
get
say
it
what
was
I
Justin
think
it
you're
fucking
was
about to
after.
say,
Jefferson.
bro.
It was
I
after.
don't know.
Yeah, it
No.
was after.
I'm done.
No.
He's
No.
getting yep. Patrick Mahomes is getting
Oh,
Justin Jefferson, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here
No,
first.
no,
You
no,
heard
no,
it
no,
here
no, no,
first.
no.
We are
Don't even put
fucked.
that in the
We are fucked.
them
God
niggas
damn
are
it,
negative
I'm gonna
man.
36
pretend he ain't just
million
say
in the
that.
cap.
He
Them
ain't
niggas
just
are
say that.
negative 36 million in the hole. It's
Oh,
not
thank God.
happening.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank God.
no,
Not
I
Thank
happening.
dog,
God,
I don't
bro.
even, I don't even care. I don't even want you. I don't even want to put that out in the air.
PC, did you know I was gonna say Justin Jefferson though?
Yes, as soon as you asked about Randy Moss, I was like, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it.
Man, ooh, boy, I will kill.
Randy
I
Moss
will
wasn't
kill
even in
Roger Goodell
Minnesota.
myself.
He
I
wasn't in
don't
Minnesota
care.
when he went to New England. He
Yeah,
was in
he
He
was.
wasn't in
Oakland.
I
Oakland.
forgot where he was
He
Ooh,
was in
before he
Oakland.
got.
wasn't Oakland.
Oh yeah,
Either way, though, they still got
he.
a Minnesota
Well,
Vikings
Justin
great.
Jefferson ain't going to ain't going to
Yeah,
Vegas
thank
anytime
God.
soon.
Negative 56
So
million Chiefs fans. So stop
unless
pushing.
Tom
So
Brady decide to drop the bag, yeah, no, that
no
ain't happening
Brees
anytime soon.
Hall. You're not getting Brees Hall either. You better draft and hit on every
They
single
probably all
pick.
gonna fuck around and get Brees Hall. That would
Yeah.
be crazy. But
Now
you know,
they have a more
they
realistic
need
chance
Brees
at Brees
Hall.
Hall.
They
Yeah,
need
they have
Brees
more
Hall.
chance, a better chance at him than they do Jefferson. That's for sure.